Hello everybody and welcome back to another play commentary of Parasyte, episode 14 as per usual. There's the outro if you wish to skip that. So yeah, previously we ended off with a really, I think, rather dramatic point, because the relationship of Shinichi and Murano is actually kind of reaching a boiling point, and it's becoming rather untenable to continue that relationship. So it's going to be interesting to see where exactly this will be going. But for now, it certainly is really interesting, I would like to say. Like, I'm really enjoying the drama here, because it's created by such an unusual circumstance. So let's just start with the show proper. Outro. Don't go there. Yeah, let's go. I would believe so. Eyes are the mirror of the heart, so it's rather easy to see that imagine that his eyes would be empty and lifeless when his heart is being so inhumane, I would say. Yeah, and I know, starting off immediately with a pause. Oh? Oh! Oh! That's interesting that Miki is actually thinking what I'm thinking. If he's continuing his investigation, there must be some reason why he hasn't yet rattled you to the police. So it's good to know that Miki is still being as intelligent as ever. Oh? An ally. Well, you do have one friend who is completely reliable, so that's rather dangerous. Shifting out of showing the Parasyte in broad daylight like that. I wonder why exactly that Parasyte is such a foul mouth, though. It's an interesting how unique all of the Parasytes are from one another. Like, every one of them has their own distinct personality after all. Oh, that's actually rather cool use of their ability to morph, but it's also rather terrifying to look at, huh? Yeah, that's kind of horrifying. It's such an interesting... Hello, Joe! He is certainly an interesting Parasyte to be different, so vastly different from Migi and the others. I do love that she's bluffing to not believe the reporter's story or the investigator's story, even though we know that it's completely true. But you would assume that it's unreasonable to believe it for normal human beings. I love that she's bluffing that she doesn't believe it, and that's pretty cool. That looks quite frightening. Why exactly is she laughing? That looks unsettling as all hell. That's so weird. She's becoming more human, and that's actually rather... She's becoming more human, and that's interesting. Like, Shinichi is becoming more Parasyte, and Parasyte is becoming more human. That's an interesting little dichotomy there. Yeah, because that isn't creepy at all. That certainly is not creepy at all. I kind of feel sorry for that private investigator, because he has witnessed a monster, and he's clearly losing his mind. So I feel sorry for him, actually. That's unfortunate for him. I actually really like that, like little personalization, or that giving more personality to that investigator is actually kind of nice. Just I do appreciate a side character getting a bit more personality to him. Oh, this is so badass! Oh, this is actually pretty exciting, I must say. Oh, he should be terrified. It's like a mob just execution. It's oh my. Oh, an open accusation. Now that is interesting. Accusing that he should be doing something like going forward to the police and talking to them. That's really quite an interesting proposition now, isn't it? That's actually pretty cool. Oh man, Mickey is just out logicking this guy. That's actually pretty cool to see Mickey just outsmart this guy like this. It's pretty cool. Mickey is making an emotional judgment. That's just making an appeal to emotion like this. That's unbelievable. Yeah, Mickey is sounding really... Mickey is really saying things that are so humane. That's like maybe it's affecting Mickey after all. Like maybe Mickey is becoming more human as well. That's actually a rather interesting thought. It's cool to have such a, like, Mickey and Joe, I suppose. They really do complement one another by being just like they're every. Man, I love the characters of the story so much. They're just fantastic. Oh, just moving from one intense scene to another immediately. That's... Well, this certainly was unexpected. Is she actually just being studying in university? That's rather interesting. And studying altruism nonetheless, like that's studying human psychology or animals, like that's... It's becoming sentient, holy shit. Well, no, it's becoming more human. That's interesting. This is actually a real lecture, even though it's really a starting course for psychology, like really literally could be Psychology 101, but it's actually still nonetheless rather interesting. Apologies for a second. Apologies for that slight interruption. Let us continue. But first, actually, I want to talk about how good of a switch this is from moving from talking about Shinichi sacrificing himself to immediately moving to altruism. That is such an interesting little topic switch there, but it makes so much sense. Maternal love. How topical. But yeah, it's pretty obvious that Ryoko doesn't have... I'm gonna call her Ryoko, even though that's not her name right now. She's pretty obviously doesn't have any love in her yet, even though she already laughed. But maybe she slowly will start developing that kind of emotion. Oh, okay, yeah. Obviously, she is still rather inhumane. And that's... Actually, that could be considered child abuse, I think. Because that's such a painful way to hold a baby. No, she's just carrying someone else's baby, of course. Just like, yes, and this is just my dinner for this weekend. Yum, yum. That's, yeah. They are really a quickly evolving species now, aren't they? That's actually rather interesting to see how much they are changing their behavior. That's pretty cool. I'd really hope that this doesn't turn into vegetarian propaganda, because that's honestly sounding a bit like that. If you kind of stretch what she's saying to, because that's kind of close to what other, well, you know, the craziest vegans are saying. So, not that I have anything against vegans, but you know. Oh, that's easy. That's quick to... She noticed that already. Well, she is pretty insane and pretty wild and sick person. Parasyte, I must say. Just planning to do experiments and just not caring at all for the life of her child. Literally a hole in his heart. Oh. Well, that's pointless advice. What an ending statement, oh my. Okay. Oh my. That's quite the ending statement, I must say. Oh boy. Now this actually does feel slightly more filler-ish episode, but this is just closer to the private investigator storyline. Even though it probably still will come into play because that character has now been established, it's unlikely that they will not take advantage of that and use him in a later storyline somehow, like they did with that other Parasyte human hybrid with Joe and that guy, whose name I can't remember, but you know. It's pretty cool. It's really quite cool, I think.
Especially the way they handled that conversation with the private investigator was done really quite well, in my opinion. Really, really damn effective and well. As well as that conversation with Tamia Ryoka. And that's, well, I suppose that's not her name anymore, but yeah, that conversation was also done especially well, and shows just how inhumane she is. They are just really pounding us with the fact that she is so inhumane. Now I wonder how long this, like where their story will go from here, because honestly it left off at a really neutral point without really any clear direction where the story will go from here. But there are obviously a lot of different directions it can go. For now, I'm really satisfied with the story and where it is. It's really quite exciting and quite fun, I think. Especially it has a lot of really, really good standalone moments and just such a damn good visual representation. It's fantastic in that department. That's about all I have to say, so thank you all very much for watching. I hope to see you in the future. Have a great day and stay awesome. Gunmu out. Thanks for watching.